Hey everybody, welcome back to Kinfolk Farm. Today is another muscadine growing tip video. Well guys, this is a question I'm asked all the time on YouTube. How far apart do we plant our rows? Or how wide should our rows be? Well, it's recommended that your rows be 10 foot wide, 10 foot apart. From post to post to post, each row should be 10 foot wide. And the reason that is so you can get down here and cut grass or get in here and do the things you need to do to take care of your plants. 10 foot is wide enough to get a tractor down your row or your lawnmower or whatever you need to do to get in here and keep your grass cut. And also, your plants will tend to grow wider about the third or fourth year, they'll start getting about as wide as they'll get. But these things will grow, you can see, they grow all the way to the grass, and they will keep growing. They won't stop growing. So I will give them a summer pruning every year. I'll come about knee high and give them a summer pruning. Doesn't hurt a thing. We'll do a video about that later, but you'll have to keep these things. You don't have to, but I do. I keep them pruned so I don't pull them down with my lawnmower. My lawnmower will grab them and sometimes rip big chunks off. But 10 feet is just wide enough where you can get down here, cut grass. They will pollinate just fine being that far apart because your pollinators, they'll pollinate out to about 50 feet. And I'll show you the result of not planting 10 foot wide because I've done it. Now I'll show you guys what I mean. That was the small vineyard we were in. It's right in front of our house, right next to the guest house. It's just sort of in between those two. really beautiful spot for our grapes. I just love that little small vineyard. Just a beautiful little spot. I absolutely love that spot. And I did everything absolutely right. The plants are doing great. The rows are just as wide as you need. But here in the big vineyard, this is our U-pick vineyard. I did not do them 10 feet wide. I got greedy and did them, planted them 8 feet to try to get a few extra rows in, which worked out fine, but I'll show you the result of that. As you can see down through there, the plants are literally starting to touch each other. As compared to the other ones, it is thick down there. Now there's a few rows that's not growing as well as others, but you can see right down there, they're starting to touch one another. And but it really doesn't bother me for the fact I'll get in there and summer prune maybe twice a year. This one is really, when you go to cut grass, it's just limbs in your face the whole time. It's just absolutely nuts. But I will go and do a summer pruning. Look at this one. They're coming through here and pretty much starting to grab one another. And it's still early in the season. You can see these are the things I don't show you guys when I video. But I'll have to come and summer prune this vineyard a couple of times to keep it really pretty for video. But I would highly recommend 10 foot, unless you're, it really doesn't bother me actually. When I did the 8 foot, I sort of wished I went 10 foot, but I got like, I think it was 3 extra feet in, or 3 extra rows in, I can't remember. But it worked out great for me. And like I said, I don't have no problem coming and doing a pruning. For one thing, it doesn't hurt your plants. It doesn't hurt the growth of your grapes. It doesn't hurt anything at all. And it just keeps it real nice and tight and pretty. But 10 feet is what you should plant your rows if you're doing a little vineyard. But if you want an extra row, hey, go 8 feet. Well, before I finish up the video, I just wanted to show off my grapes. They're coming. They're coming. They are absolutely coming on strong. We're getting ready for the U-pick. It seems like we're going to have a pretty good crop of grapes. Now, needless to say, I believe this is a row of Carlos, and they're supposed to put on super heavy. They're looking good. Here's the row beside it. They're looking pretty good. They got lots of grapes. Lots of grapes. And I'll tell you, let's see, yeah, lots of grapes. This is Darlene. So our Darlene's really loading up heavy. Really looking good. The Darlene's looking good, and I believe This is a Carlos. So the Carlos are supposed to load up. Not unusual for the Carlos to be heavy like that. Carlos is a great wine grape. I absolutely love them, but they're small. They're real small grapes. Not like the Darlene that are a little bigger and a lot better tasting. Well, thanks again, guys. Appreciate you guys checking out my videos. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed for more muscadine tips.